So we'll be doing a cardio routine today. This is actually a cardio routine that I made up myself. Before I actually get into it though, one thing I always like to make sure that I do is stretch. You definitely want to stretch because you don't want your body to tighten up on you while you're doing this cardio routine, because the point of it is to get all the way through it without stopping. So definitely stretch out. Make sure you stretch your calves, your hamstrings, your quads, stretch your torso, because it's pretty much a full body workout. All right, so starting out, I'm just gonna walk for 2 minutes at whatever speed's comfortable for you. Whatever speed you start at, keep it at that until you actually start running. I'm gonna do 3.6 for this workout, and starting out, you walk for 2 minutes with no incline. Also, I don't really hold on to the rails because you actually get more of a workout when you don't. So if you can practice without holding on to the rails, try to at least get to the point where you don't. Okay, so after we walk for 2 minutes, next we're going to take the incline up to 8.5, keep the speed the same, and you're going to focus on flexing your calf muscles. This part of the workout is going to help you with sculpting your calves and getting the mobility in your legs even better than what it is. So I would definitely say, if you can, try to stay controlled. Don't hold on to the rails, and it's gonna hurt, it's gonna burn, and if it's too much, you can always let the incline down a little bit. You don't have to do 8.5, do whatever is comfortable for you, but try to work your way up to where you can at least do it on 8. Next, I take the incline all the way up to 15. If you can do 15 or whatever the highest level is, do that. But if you can't, you don't have to go as high as 15, but this part of the workout is going to help you with focusing on your quads and your hamstrings, so your whole style of walking is actually going to change. Also, if you can, without holding on to the rails, do this part of the workout, you're really going to feel it full body. This is going to help you with losing those inches on your waist. You're going to feel it in your legs. Everything's going to be burning. But after you get done with that, for 5 minutes, you want to drop the incline down. And once you drop the incline down, we're going to walk backwards for 5 minutes. And I always take the incline back to whatever I did my calves on. So I dropped it back down to 8.5. Now, on this part, if you have to slow it down or hold on to the railing, that's fine. But just try to get to the point to where you can do it without holding on to it. Because I know walking backwards is a little bit different. It's a little awkward at first. But once you get into it, you'll get used to it the more you practice it. And any time that we're dropping the incline or raising the incline, that time frame is a minute. You drop the incline or raise it for a minute before you go into the next part of the exercise. Next, we'll actually be walking side to side. It's more of almost like a jogging motion, but we'll go one direction for 2 minutes. And after you do a minute, you drop down, and for 30 seconds you do a crab walk a little bit lower. That's going to help you with focusing on those quads a little bit more. And then for that last 30 seconds of that 2 minutes, you come back up and you finish it out up top. And after that, we'll be facing the opposite direction, doing the exact same thing. And during this part of the workout, we drop the incline down to 2. Once we finish here, we're gonna walk straight for 2 more minutes, and at the 25-minute mark, that's when we'll actually start running. On this particular day, I ran on 8.1 for 35 minutes, and the incline was at 2 once I started running. And you only keep the incline at 2 for the first 3 minutes that you run. So at the 28-minute mark, that's when you'll let it all the way down to 0. But I stayed at that speed and ran for 35 minutes straight. You don't have to go that long. Starting out, you might only be able to run for 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But just start where you can and work your way up as you go. And the more you practice this, the better your cardio will get, the better your breathing will get. And remember to focus on your breathing the whole time. Meditation helps with that. That's something that I also do, and it's helped me a lot with my cardio. But definitely, if you focus on your breathing, you'll zone out and you won't even feel the pain. So for the last part of my run, once I get to the last minute, I always take the speed up to the highest level I can take it, which is 11 on this particular treadmill. And I pretty much just sprint it out for that last minute because the treadmill is going to automatically stop after that, or at least do the cool down for 5 minutes. So you don't have to necessarily do this, but this is just something I kind of do to push myself. But it definitely does help. So if you can do it, even if you're starting out and you can only do it for like 10-15 seconds, do that. But try to do something more so you can push yourself, and every time you get on that treadmill, it's gonna get better. After we're finished running, I always walk it out for 5 minutes, focusing on the breathing. You definitely don't want to start panting, but just focus on your breathing. It'll help you with controlling it. And this is the end of the workout. Total distance, 6.62 miles, 65 minutes total, and 816 calories burned. You know, you might do less than this, you might do more than this, but the point is to start. And if you start, you're actually going to start seeing some results. So good luck, guys. Now, after the running, I always stretch it out. These are just some stretches that I've found helpful as far as working with my hip flexors, because flexibility is something that's very important, especially when you're running and doing all kind of athletic things. So you want to make sure that you're as flexible as you can be. So these are just some stretches that I found online that are helpful to me. So I do them, and if you want to take from them or do them in addition to what you already do, feel free. also use a foam roller. I use the foam roller to pretty much roll out the front of my quads and my IT band, which is the on the side of your thigh, basically all the way down to your knee. This really helps with flexibility. The first time I did it, I immediately noticed I felt more flexibility in my hips. So this is something that will definitely help. And you got to take some time to do it. I usually would spend anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes just stretching and using the roller. But like I said, you have to be patient. It's not something that comes overnight. It's just something you just incorporate into your everyday schedule, and it will help you out, especially with that flexibility. And as far as for the guys, I know some of these stretches and positions that I do, they might seem a little weird to you, and you might be a little subconscious about doing them in the gym. So even if you don't want to do them in the gym, do them at home. But me personally, when I'm in the gym, I really could care less about what anybody's thinking. It's all about the results. I know what I'm trying to do, and I know what goal I want to get to. So that's kind of the mindset you have to have at the door. Leave your ego at the door. That's why I say that. But if you do incorporate these stretches and exercises, you will start seeing some changes. Okay, so on this exercise, you get a medicine ball and you put it between your knees and you squeeze your knees together as hard as you can while pointing your feet out in the opposite directions of each other. This is going to definitely help you with building up those hip flexors. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below or message me. And please share the video. This can help a lot of people out. I definitely want to help as many people as I can. I know everybody can't afford a trainer. So definitely just check them out, share the video, and thanks for watching, guys.